How does spiritual ego develop? It develops just as the individuate sense of self does when we have an identity that this is me and this is my personality, except with the spiritual ego, rather than being born of the persona of the person, it is born of the persona of the person that is at an elevated level of consciousness. Now, no matter how elevated the level of consciousness, as you ascend wider and deeper, one thing that starts to happen is that you start to develop certain powers. You call them siddhis. Now, as this happens, you become more attractive to other people, for example. That's one of the things that can happen. You may shoot up to fame really quickly because people may not know that they're being very drawn towards you. So you'll emanate all of that energy. What starts off as the spiritual teacher, right, that ends up as an ego trip. Simply because as you get higher, there's always a danger of falling. And this is why that continuity of practices that are altruistic, check-in posts with yourself as a teacher or as a guru, right? For you to see that one, whatever it is that you're teaching or advocating and spreading must be one of expansion, one of uniting, right? And one that does not discount other ways that are not mirroring your way as a teacher, right? Because ultimately, all ways are universal to that one path of awakening, whichever way has been taken. So, a spiritual teacher who is not on an ego trip will not discount other ways. Second, will encourage you, empower you, right, to find your own signature. So you are given roots and wings. When both are there and you're ready to fly the nest, right, the spiritual teacher takes no personal notice of this, in the sense that it is no reflection on the teacher, and in fact you move on. The next thing is, when a spiritual teacher rises up and is now all over the place and everybody wants this teacher, there is a very, very subtle form of aggrandizement that comes with this. So we get so lost so that the guru makes the people and the people make the guru. And both get lost in that process. So when there is that relationship, there must be no bargain, no conditioning, no transaction. So a spiritual teacher is non-transactional. Spiritual ego, because of how subtle it is, right? Every time, with every step that we take more and more towards our realization, right, we will realize what a very big, big zero we really are, that we actually amount to nothing. Everything, our possessions, people, places, things, honor, followings, you name it, right? Every material success amounts to nothing. Every garb we put on amounts to nothing. You start to realize just how minuscule we really are. And with that, humility automatically is in check. Yeah? So when that process is carrying on, and you as the teacher are not getting lost in the grandeur, even though it is there, right? You're on your way. So it is very, very important for us to always be aware, because ultimately the spiritual teacher or guru will hold your hand to a certain point and show you the way, but will not insist on you still holding that hand when you already can stand on your 2 feet and fold your hands without anyone asking you to do it. All my love for you.